Hi kids, today is Tuesday, September 29th, and we did get our Waggle to work today, so I'm going to start off by showing you how you can log on to Waggle and how you can complete the first mission. So first of all, I logged in as my handy dandy daughter so I could show you what this looks like on your HMH page. Usually we use, there it goes, we use the Discover tab to find our My Book and whatever we're working on. And we use the Assignments tab to see what assignments we have turned in. We even use the writing module writing task button to turn in our paper. But this time I want you to go over to Dashboard. And on your dashboard you have a program launch for Waggle. So I want you to click that. And as you first start out in Waggle, it will take you through a bunch of steps. Ah, took me in as me. Dang it. Oh wait, I can preview. There. Tried to log in as my daughter to make it easier. So you only have one choice, to choose 6th grade and tell it next. And then you can choose what kind of world you want. Planet Zebus, Oasis Outpost, or Hero City. I'm just going to choose the Oasis Outpost. It says, welcome to Waggle. Here's George. I'm going to show you what to do. Here's where you find your missions. Click the first mission to get started. This bar up at the top shows your progress. Progress bars change from mission to mission, but they always show how much more you have to travel. This part is the instructions and tells you what questions and items you will be answering. Over on the right, you might find questions to answer over here too, so make sure you read all of that. And then down at the bottom, it says here's where you will find hints. They might tell you more about a skill, highlight important information, or push you to find the answer. And go back to finish. So when you start, you will tell it to continue. Of course, this thing's in the way. How do I get that thing out of the way? Dang it. Maybe if I tell it I don't want that on there. Nope, that didn't work. Can I drag this? Oh, yes, I can. Sorry. If I try enough, I'll figure it out. Now my head's in the middle of the screen. There we go. Maybe over here. If you ever need help, click on the question mark up here. This is where you would switch your class, which you should not have to do. You find all your missions by clicking the All Missions button. If you want to change your world, you don't like the one you chose, you can click Select World. If you want to edit your avatar, you get 1 minute and 30 seconds to do it. You can change the hair, you can change the skin, and you can change the outfit. And so if I wanted to see all my missions, I click that. And my next mission is this, so I click that. And in order to complete your mission, you're going to read about city-states in archaic Greece. And so you kind of learn about how city-states came to be and who ruled them. And when you get all, so if you want, you can have it read aloud to you, or you can just read it to yourself. You finish reading it, they show you a picture, you X out. The text is still here next to you if you want to look back in, but your actual task is over here on the right. So it says I'm supposed to choose the details that support such and such, so I'm going to click the ones I think are the answer and tell it done. And then it will tell me what I did right or wrong. My hints are down here to help me. There are tools down here if you want to. I think it will highlight a passage for you. Nope. Not sure on the tools. It's new to me too. You can try them out though. And that's what you do to complete your first Waggle mission. Next, let's see if I can go to this page. So the other thing that we did today was start out on, excuse me, Module 2. We only went through the first few pages just to get an idea of what Module 2 is about, and it's titled, Here's the Story. I think if I go to your My Book on here, it might be easier to see. You have to go into your next page. Here's the story. So if I open this, should show what your page looks like. And no, same thing. Okay. You can read this in your hard copy of your book, or you can read it on the computer. Basically, the gist is that you are reading. Wait a minute. Let me double check. Yep, I'm in the right curriculum. Okay. Your unit is called Here's the Story. And on the front page, we talked about this quote: some books are to be tasted, others to be swallowed, and some few to be chewed and digested. Pause me and think about that for a second. And so in class, we talked about what that meant, and we decided that some books are tasted maybe means that we don't read all of them, or we don't read the whole series, or we only get the part out of it that we need if it's a nonfiction book, and we don't have to read all of it. The second part says others to be swallowed. And so we kind of equated that to if you really like something, you eat it really fast, and you just shovel it in as fast as you can because it tastes so good. And that would be like reading a book in a night, or reading a book, in just a few days because it was so good you couldn't put it down. And then the third one, some few to be chewed and digested. That one is one where the book is very meaningful to you and you read it slowly and carefully and very thoughtful about it as you're reading. Your essential question for the next 3 weeks is, what makes a story worth reading? And we talked a little bit about what our favorite books are and what the author did to make the book so good. You can play the video if you like. And then we also previewed the big idea words that are going to follow us through the next 3 weeks. And our first word was voracious. If you describe a person as voracious, you mean that they are really eager about something. Now the picture we had showed a person being a voracious reader. So the person can't put the book down. And so that's what they say the meaning is, really eager about reading. We said that, so if you look in your book, in your hard, of course, in the hard copy of your book, there's a place to write. And I need you to write down the words that go along with our vocab words. So voracious, we wrote down eager as a word to help us remember it. And then we wrote down an example of something we did voraciously. So some people said they read voraciously. I eat tacos voraciously. Some people are gamers. They game voraciously. And it's like they're super eager to do it. The next word is discipline. And it says discipline is self-control. And here we have a picture of my cousin having discipline to write in his journal every evening. And so being disciplined means that maybe you don't want to do something, but you know you have to. So you force yourself to do it. There's a certain time in your day when you're supposed to be doing your schoolwork, or after you watch the video, then you need to sit and do the homework part of it. And so instead of going and jumping on the trampoline, or going swimming, or going for a walk, or playing with your new puppy, you have to have the discipline or the self-control to do what you need to do. And so we wrote down a couple words for discipline. Our Self-control is another word for it, and we wrote down homework as an example of something we have to be disciplined about. The next word is perseverance. Perseverance is one of my favorite words. Here you can see the runners persevere through the muddy conditions to finish the race. And the thing about perseverance is it says you continue to do it even when you face difficulties. You can't persevere if something's easy. You have to have had a struggle in order to count as persevering. And so for words that we thought went along with persevere, we said it means to keep going. It means something's tough or challenging. And then we wrote some examples of ways that we persevere if you're running in a race or gaming or reading. And your last word, I have a minute before I go to class, is intrepid. And intrepid, it says, means fearless and adventurous. So we wrote those two words down. And I gave an example that I feel like being intrepid and I want to go hiking when I go to the mountains. But then I get afraid of bears and I don't go do it. So that is the gist of what we've got through today. See you at the Google Meet later on.